Hey guys, I've just been checking out this hillside here where it's right off the highway, and I'm kind of in some nice dry habitat here. I was kind of looking for some lizards and some other different kinds of snakes and things, whatever I could find, mostly reptiles out here. And you wouldn't believe actually what I caught. It's really cool. Here he is. It's a rubber boa. They're really cool snake. I'm so glad that I found one. I've been finding a lot of garter snakes and really common stuff lately, so I'm glad I found something that I've never seen before so I could show you guys. They get their name obviously because their skin is like rubber, really. It's not really like any other kind of snake. They have really like a yellow kind of belly. The juveniles, this guy's really young. The juveniles have, they can be anywhere from a pinkish kind of color to a orangish brown. And this guy is a really light tan brown color, which is nice. He's probably come out of shed pretty recently because his colors are really nice and bright for a rubber boa. And I think he could have been born this year because the females give birth in anywhere from mid-August to October. There are records from early August when they give birth, so I think that's a possibility because this guy is pretty tiny. I think it's August 15th today, or 14th or 15th or something. And also another really cool thing about the rubber boa in particular is they have a really stumpy tail. It doesn't come down to a point like most reptiles like garters and stuff, any other snake around here. So what they use that is for, they actually have that. They're the only snake I think that is born with a stumpy looking tail, is because they're sometimes known as the two-headed snake. Really, there is his tail right there, and once they're older it looks more like the head, but if you haven't seen the head you can't really tell. And sometimes when you pick them up, they'll curl into a little tiny ball in your hand, and they'll just stick their tail up and they'll hide their head underneath. And the reason they do that is because they want you to think that their tail is actually their head, so that you'll go for their tail and not their head, which is a pretty cool defense mechanism. I've never really seen it in any other kind of a species. These guys are really unique. I'm in southeastern British Columbia right here. This is a lot of how the habitat is, and it's really good for these guys. They thrive down here in the valley, along with western skinks and alligator lizards. There's plenty of those. So this is a really cool species though. They're not super common or anything though, so I'm really glad I found one. Of course, he's a lifer. I've been looking for one for almost 3 years now, so I'm really glad I saw this guy. He was actually right under this log right here, this rotting log. It's funny, when I picked up this piece of the wood, he was right inside here. So they really like decomposing and rotting logs. And it's kind of funny, what he's doing right now is he's like just staying on my finger. And they wrap around. They've been known to just wrap around someone's wrist or their fingers and stay there for several minutes or so. And this guy's really calm too. They never bite in defense. That's one thing about the rubber boa. And these guys are related to the boas that live in South America and stuff. There's two kinds. There's a rosy boa and a rubber boa that live in North America. These snakes are also known to be really sluggish, so they don't move very fast unless they're in a real hurry, I guess. They like to sun themselves a lot and lay out on the road, but I haven't had any success road cruising them because they won't be out during the day, only at night, usually at dusk, but by then there's no places to sun themselves really, so they're kind of hard to find. It's hard to see them in the right place at the right time, kind of thing. They like to eat lizards actually, and shrews, and small mice and stuff are kind of their favorite meals, and they can find them pretty easily here. I've already seen a few just from flipping boards. But, well, I think it's time to let this little guy go now. He's just a baby, so I want to put him back right where I found him. And I hope he will survive here and reproduce when he gets, when he gets older. He sure likes this little log here. It's their favorite place. Rotting logs. I don't know why they like it, but goodbye, little buddy. There he goes. He's in there now. Their tail.